One thing I've learned as a political journalist of over 2 decades, that there is never a dearth of political news in this country. And I bring to you this week's top political developments. The first, the opposition has issued a notice for a no trust motion against Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. Now, there has been a lot of animosity between the opposition and the government does bulldoze its way through in parliament. The Lok Sabha speaker is seen as being biased towards the government. The opposition voice is scuttled, is often not encouraged to come up. However, a no trust motion is such a rare thing. It's only happened against speaker thrice in independent India's parliamentary history. So what this signals is really not a no trust against the speaker, but no trust against the government, no trust between the opposition and the government. This is perhaps the lowest that opposition and government relations have ever been in the country. We know that there have always been back channel talks that have happened through difficult times. They have found a way to find common ground, but that seems to be completely lost now. So this no trust motion is actually a signal of the complete breakdown of trust, the complete breakdown of any kind of conversation, discourse, and relationship between the government and the opposition. The second, Rahul Gandhi brought up and claimed the mention of Union Minister Hardeep Puri in the Epstein files. Now, Mr. Hardeep Puri has responded, has clarified, given his stance, saying that he only met him sparingly and for professional reasons. But this is an embarrassment to the BJP, because the kind of the kind of disgrace that Epstein is connected with, is associated with. He was a convicted sex offender, and the fact that a union minister's name is being dragged into that conversation is a huge embarrassment for the BJP. And the BJP cannot afford to brazen everything out. It must come out with an official statement. It must come out explaining the situation. And if indeed Mr. Puri did meet Epstein after charges against him were talked about, came out in public, then there is something to be said about that, and the BJP must take action. And the third, while all eyes are on Delhi and what's happening in Parliament, there is another story brewing in Assam which goes to polls in the next couple of months. Himanta Biswa Sarma has taken a completely communal line ahead of this election, and that seems to be the BJP's main plank. It's not Vikas, it's not Suvidha, which means it's not development, it's not welfare, but it seems to be communal dog whistling. In fact, last week, there was a post of Himanta Biswa Sarma aiming a rifle at some skull cap wearing men, one of whom seemed to resemble Congress leader Gaurav Gogoi, but the BJP did take it down. And this week they even sacked the person they claim was responsible for it. But that's not enough. This is complete communal polarization in a state where the fault lines have been about ethnicity, never about religion as such. And that seems to be the BJP's main plank, and that really changes the nature of the state and the nature of Northeast, and that has huge ramifications and implications going forward. What the Northeast and what Assam needs is conversation about infrastructure, about industry, about jobs, about welfare, not about regional, not about religion, not about communalism, and certainly not this completely paranoid version of the others, of the minority community that is being spread. So here are the three biggest news developments, political news developments of the week. For more, continue to follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel.